is Mark and Charity Mornings.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. Coming up today, Belleville, Ontario, where we are broadcasting, is in the top 10 most generous cities in all of Canada.
All of Canada.
In a ranking that came out in the past 24 hours. Thank you, Councillor Allsap, for posting that. Makes me feel good about it because we've done a major fundraise for the hospital in the past 3 days. Feed the Meters going on, all kinds of Christmas charities happening. So we'll talk about that coming up. But right now, what is it about Christmas pageants that get kids excited? Your kids were
think it's
over
the kids.
the top.
I honestly think it's the parents.
No,
more
I
than
get
the
it,
kids. The
but
kids buy into it and they get revved
They
up, no question.
embrace it.
Yes, but I'd say parents are just as excited. We talked about this. You remember when your kids were young. There's that age from JK to probably about grade 1 where anything can happen, no matter how practiced these kids are in the routine, how much they've gone over their lines. When it comes to the night of the performance or the afternoon, all hell can break loose.
Yeah.
And we hope it does.
Yeah,
we
I love
encourage it.
I want to see it.
Exactly. We want the kid to run off stage to go to the bathroom. We want the overzealous singer up there ringing her bell and just getting angry at the one next to her because they're not doing it as much.
And the one in the back row that's just staring because they had no idea what stage fright was until it all started. It's fine sitting in the classroom. And then you put them on those rows and everything out there is dark and there's lights on them and they start singing. No, I don't.
Or they're looking for
thank
mom
you.
and dad
Yeah.
because that's hilarious. And we live for that because I want my kid to see me. But it just warms my heart when I see them looking out and they've got the hand
they're
up to the
waving.
eyes and blocking the light out, or they're waving nonchalantly or maybe overzealously while they're singing with the bell.
Calling.
Exactly. I'm
Grandma!
here.
Grandma! Now, we're
Yes.
denied that this year in person
Yes.
for so many.
The
I don't-
kids started doing a virtual one last year, and that's what they're doing again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I love how your school's got it planned. You know, you'll get each classroom, not just your
It'll
own
be
individual.
one show, to include everybody.
Everybody. Just make it the first cut of all of them.
Don't let them,
Don't
I would
clean
say
it
don't
up.
even let them practice. Just say, this is what we're doing. Here's the general idea. Go. And see what happens. Because you don't have the crowd there. So you got to do what you can do. Quite honestly, and this comes up because yesterday my kids were involved. I love Pageant Sunday at our church. We go to church. The kids are part of Sunday school. And this is their Sunday. This is their time to shine.
Here comes a pageant.
And I love it because it is a pageant, but we don't practice.
Really?
We don't. We have a general idea. And I was kind of heading this year's pageant. So I sent everybody the script and their part and left it up to them to do what they wanted to do. And then yesterday it was go time. It's like, okay, this is what I'd like to see. Let's see if we can do it.
It's pretty gutsy, Grandma, because your son Ben played Joseph, so your
He
baby
did.
Jesus' grandmother, and Nathan was the narrator.
He was the narrator.
So
Both
what did you give
did
Nathan?
excellent. The
Just
script.
a general idea again?
He had the script. We highlighted his parts. He read
Okay.
it once on Saturday. So I was a little nervous because he had a lot to read. But
Does.
he nailed it yesterday. Nailed it. And Ben, you say about how excited the kids get. And he was because he wasn't an animal this year because he had one of the title roles of Joseph. And Joseph plays a pretty key part.
He does.
Not to take away from the donkey and the sheep that he's been in the past, but he was pretty excited that he got to be Joseph this year.
Oh, just next year I want to be a shepherd. Can't I just be a shepherd, right? And then after that, maybe if you're good, you get to be Joseph or the angel.
Yes.
Or the narrator. So nice. Nathan's 9 or 10?
10.
10. Is this it for him then?
I don't know.
At 10? Like, does he still want to be in it at 11, 12? How many kids were in it, by the way?
There were 6.
Okay.
6 kids and 3 adults.
3 adults. Speaking parts?
Yes.
Everybody have speaking parts?
No, Mary and Joseph did not have speaking parts.
Okay.
The shepherds did, the narrator, which was a star.
Okay.
And the angels.
All right.
And they had speaking parts, but Mary and Joseph they had to look after the baby. That
No
was their
kidding.
role.
And don't we all know in this day and age, I got no time to talk. You're on baby watch all the time. How long did it take? How long is the pageant?
Our part was maybe 15, 20 minutes.
That's still great.
It was
great.
just long enough before the focus starts to go out the window. Yeah. And it was. I like I said, it's one of my favorite moments of the holiday season is being involved in that. It's just fun.
And it's great at schools. And
yes.
I hope if you're listening that your kids are doing something because it's great memories. And as much as I love to see it filmed, it does make me crazy to watch people stand up only with their phones. In other words, they're not enjoying the performance or only taping the performance.
Yeah.
And I would say find a parent that's taping it with a tripod and everybody just agree to get a copy of that one so you can all sit there and just truly enjoy the performance.
Yes.
Rather than everybody filming it on your phone and watching it later. It's not the same.
Well, and I can't say that I'm not or I haven't been guilty of that.
No, I understand that.
I would put my phone up so I knew I was filming, but then I would kind of look above it.
Sure.
Because I'd want to see it. And if I did get the wave, I wanted to be sure that I could wave back and I wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something about capturing it. I've looked back at it and it's like, oh, that was such a good time. So,
and now
but
it's
you're
not
right.
so
If
unique.
someone could film the entire thing and then send it to
Email
everybody,
it out, then everybody can be live with it and still get a copy unobstructed.
Much like what we're getting now with the virtual concert, because we do get it and we can watch it. But yeah, when you're there in person, it's just a different feeling.
It is. And unfortunately, we can't do that this year.
Not this year.
Okay,
no.
Come on.
We'll keep our
next year.
fingers crossed for 2022.
Come on, 2022. And we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions for 2022, including ridiculous ones with your horoscope.
Which I was surprised.
Week.
I did not suggest this.
No, I know.
You did. And you are very, what's the right word?
Unaffected by my...
When these lists come out, how you decorate your tree, for instance, which we talked about this morning too, or what colors you use in your house, or how cookies, your Christmas cookie says about your personality.
About you.
I know it drives you nuts.
Makes me crazy.
So I'm surprised that you want to talk about this horoscope for next year.
Because it's kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
Like one of them basically is, why do you get out of bed? If that's all that's waiting for you.
Oh, I hope it's not mine. I hope it's not mine.
Yeah, your life is over in 2022. It's like, who would do that? And me, it's sort of like, I have nothing planned. I will succeed at nothing all year.
Oh.
And it's my fault. Wow. That's awesome.
When are we doing this? When are we going to dive into this?
We can do it tomorrow if you want.
Because now I'm intrigued. I want to know if it's me that has to stay home.
I don't know.
In bed all next year.
Friday, we had our Metathon for the Belleville General Hospital Foundation, and it kind of pivoted Ungala on Saturday night, which raised in the neighborhood of about $550,000. The Metathon, heard this morning in a staff meeting, about $50,000 to $51,000 was raised. And
you were a big part of that. So kudos to you, Mark, for doing that Saturday.
My pleasure. Feed the Meters going on for Food for Learning. We have the Christmas sharing program. And the United Way today, Procter & Gamble will be announcing at 11:30 our time how much money they've raised for the United Way campaign. And it's always in the neighborhood of $400,000 to $500,000.
A huge amount.
It's the biggest donation.
An enormous amount of work for the United Way during the year.
Generosity is unprecedented and extremely appreciated.
Yes.
We thank you. So when we start highlighting all of these things and all of these people, it doesn't surprise me to hear that per capita, Belleville is in the top 10 of the most generous cities in all of Canada, according to GoFundMe.
Which is a fundraising site. If you're not familiar, you can set up your own fundraiser and people can then donate online to whatever fundraiser. Typically, you see it for families in need. Perhaps someone is sick. Maybe someone has passed. Maybe there's been a fire, something, a tragedy of some sort, and it gives people the opportunity to donate. And yes, as you said, per capita, so these are the number of donations per capita, they have created the top 10 cities of Canada. The most generous cities.
Councillor Alsop sent this out there. Belleville is number 8.
He posted it. And surprisingly enough, this came out over a week ago. So this was before this weekend.
Wow,
this was before a lot of things that have happened just in the last couple of days here in Belleville.
So it goes to show you. We'd be top 5.
It goes to show you just how generous this area is. Now, Belleville itself landed at number 8.
Number 8. That's great.
In the top 10.
That's fabulous.
Ahead.
That's a good list. I'm glad we're high on.
Ahead of Victoria and Guelph. So Guelph was number 10. Victoria was number 9.
Because I've got in my head what I think is number one. It's one of two cities I think is number one. I would have slid Victoria in there.
No, number 9.
But I think we're gonna hear Vancouver at the top. But let's go. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of money there.
Brampton at number 7.
7.
Number 6 was New Westminster. So again, I believe that's out west. Mm-hmm. Kelowna, number 5.
Number 5.
So
See,
there's
British
a lot
Columbia
there's
again.
a lot out west. Kamloops, number 4. Vancouver at number 3.
Oh, number 3.
2 was Burlington.
Burlington, I know number 1.
What's number 1?
Is number 1 going to be London?
No.
Oh, because it's a wealthy city.
Yes, but no.
So is it Toronto?
No.
Okay.
It's still out west. And it's funny you say Vancouver. This is North Vancouver.
North Vancouver's
Number 1. So
is
North
number
Vancouver
1.
was number 1.
Yeah.
Vancouver, number 3. Victoria, number 9. All within like the same
Yeah.
area. And then you've got Kamloops, Kelowna, and New Westminster still out west. So only 3 cities and all here in Ontario. Sorry, 4 in Ontario.
Of
other
the top
than BC.
10.
Yeah, so it's BC and Ontario. We're
So
the givers.
kudos on that.
Yeah.
And Belleville. So, there's your Windsor, your Londons, your Torontos, your Owen Sounds, your Peterboroughs, your Kingstons, your Ottawas. No, Belleville.
Belleville at number 8, one
Number
of the
8.
most generous cities. Not surprising. We all know it.
Per capita, yeah.
The ones that live here, we know it
Mm-hmm.
per capita in Canada.
Well, hats off to us then.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk more about this coming up tomorrow morning. Jimmy Hollywood's going to have a take-home Tuesday. That'll be in tomorrow with some movies. And we'll probably get into these New Year's resolutions based
I
on
want to
horoscope.
hear this resolution over the horoscope. I want to know what my New Year's resolution should be.
And
I think I know what it is myself, but according to
Right.
my zodiac sign, perhaps maybe not.
Maybe it's just best if you give up now. According to some,
no.
just skip to 2023 for a few of you. It's ridiculous.
2021 was supposed to be
Right.
the year.
It was so funny. And I saw that one meme that said, come on, 2021, take your wig off. We know you're really 2020. Like nothing got better. We all said, if we just get out of 2020.
Let's just get through this year and it'll be,
Okay, so maybe 2022 will be good.
we'll keep our fingers crossed.
So I got my booster shot coming up on Friday.
Good for you.
Because here in Ontario,
Yes.
once you hit 50, my wife was up this morning, crack
Well,
of dawn.
50 and 6 months after your second shot,
Yep.
correct? Okay, so I've
Yep.
got to, not only the time,
I don't
the
think
age,
it's
but
6
I got
months
to wait.
after because I think
thought
I'm
I heard
4
that.
months. No.
Okay.
And that's so much after your flu shot. Anyway, I'm within the window.
Well, that's
And I
good.
know that because my wife told me I am, and she does all of that stuff. Yes, ma'am. I will see you there Friday morning at 10:45. Yes, ma'am, I will be there.
Awesome.
So good for her. Enjoy your Monday, okay? We're back at it tomorrow morning at 955hitsfm.ca. It's Mark and Charity Coffee podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and right here on our social media sites. Out of a windblown Belleville, Ontario, Canada, one of the most generous cities in the country. Have a great Monday.